Welcome snoozy friends, to the channel's playlist Snooze in Facts. Today we would be talking about what will happen when the sun vanishes. Close your eyes, relax and let's start our journey. One favor from our listeners, please do comment how did you like the video, as it helps us to keep making more. Also like and help other snoozy mates by sharing. Let's begin. Above you, the sky stretches wide and blue. The wind is soft. Birds drift lazily over trees. Children laugh in the distance. The world seems just as it always was. And yet, far across the void, some 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago, something unthinkable happened. The sun vanished. Not exploded. Not dimmed. Not turned to ember or ash. Simply vanished. Without warning. Without sound. And yet no one on earth knows. Not yet. Because light, like sound, like thought, takes time to travel. We are looking at a memory. The light that bathes our skies now is old news. A final postcard sent from a star that has already disappeared. These are the last moments of warmth. The final flicker of a cosmic candle, whose glow has nourished Earth for over 4.6 billion years. But for now, for these precious final minutes, the world continues. And you are going to walk through them. One breath, one heartbeat, one beam of fading sunlight at a time. 8 minutes, 20 seconds. It takes 499 seconds for light to travel the distance between the sun and Earth. About 93 million miles. Or 150 million kilometers. So when the sun vanishes, nothing changes immediately. The sky remains blue. The clouds drift as always. Solar panels sip photons. Shadows lie on sidewalks. Flowers tilt gently toward the sun's last echo. This moment, though unknowingly final, is still beautiful. Even now, photosynthesis carries on. Even now, sunlight bounces through the atmosphere, scattering into the familiar daytime glow. But time is moving forward, and in the invisible language of light, the clock is counting down. The world is unaware. Across the continents, people live their lives. In Tokyo, someone opens their window to feel the spring breeze. In Nairobi, a young boy kicks a ball across a dusty street. In Buenos Aires, a baker wipes flour from her hands and hums a tune her grandmother taught her. No one knows what is coming. Satellites still orbit. Birds still soar. The tides still roll gently in and out. But far out in the solar system, things have already begun to shift. Mercury, the closest planet to the vanished sun, has already begun to drift. Its curved orbit dissolving into a straight path, as it leaves its old master behind. The planets, though still warmed by the sun's memory, are now orphans. And Earth's turn is coming. 5 minutes in, your shadow lies softly beside you, unaware it's about to vanish forever. The sun's rays still illuminate leaves, still glint on water, still bring warmth to your skin. But beyond sight, beyond sensation, the fundamental forces of nature have already changed. Without the sun's mass, gravity begins to unravel. Planets that once danced in stable curves are now flying on invisible tangents. Loose pearls thrown from a broken necklace. And yet on Earth, everything still seems right. It is a beautiful illusion. A perfect lie told by the speed of light. Minute 6, the human mind, somewhere, a radio astronomer in New Mexico, is calibrating a solar telescope. She notices a strange drop in signal. An eclipse, she wonders. Elsewhere, an AI monitoring satellite output detects a subtle anomaly in solar flux. It flags it. But no one sees the alert yet. A child lifts a dandelion to blow its seeds into the wind. And for a moment, they glitter golden in the light. The sun still seems to shine. It still whispers warmth. Still tells us everything is okay. But above the atmosphere, the truth is catching up. Minute 7, the moon waits. The moon, our ever-faithful companion, orbits Earth every 27 days. Caught between Earth's gravity and the sun's. But now, the invisible anchor that once tethered the moon's path has gone. Still, it takes time. The moon is 1.3 light seconds from Earth. So it will experience the sun's disappearance about 7 minutes after the event. A full minute before Earth does. In that moment, something subtle but profound will happen. The moon's shadow will stop. The light that once struck its grey, cratered surface will be gone. It will become a dark orb. Not a glowing sentinel in the night sky, but a cold, sunless rock. The Earth will see this change. Just moments later. Minute 8. A quiet flicker. The last photon from the vanished sun has just brushed against your skin. From one moment to the next, the sky changes. It's not like a sunset. There is no golden hour. No crimson bleed across the clouds. No gentle fading into twilight. Instead, the sky goes black. Utterly black. As if a curtain was dropped on the universe. Stars blaze into view, thousands, millions, more than you've ever seen. No gradual dimming. No warning. The sun simply ceases to exist. In our sky, birds fall silent. Insects begin to chirp. People look upward, confused. Some gasp. The calm before the realization for a few minutes. Confusion reigns. Phones ring. Televisions flicker. Some think it's a total eclipse. Others believe it's a power grid failure. Or a sudden, strange weather anomaly. But there is no corona. No crescent. No glow behind clouds. Just black. Pure and infinite. It is only when instruments begin to report the sudden loss of gravity, the slight but unmistakable change in planetary motion, that scientists begin to understand. The sun is gone. Not dimmed. Not hiding. Not obscured. Gone. Some cry out. Some simply stare. It is night at noon, and no one knows why. And so, we pause here, in this final breath of sunlight, in this delicate moment between what was and what will be. A planet still warm from memory, still turning, still drifting, unaware that the journey ahead has changed forever. It is noon by the clocks, but not by the heavens. The sky above is not dim, not overcast, but black. So deeply black it silences even thought. The stars are out in full force, their delicate shimmer once lost in the daylight, now piercing the darkness, like eyes peering through velvet. The moon glows no longer. It has become a ghost, a grey circle, softly lit only by starlight and earthshine. The sun is nowhere. No rise. No set. Just a blank space where light once lived. It is black noon. The first true moment of a world without its star. The first waves of realization. Panic rises, first in whispers, then in waves. Across the globe, people search for answers. Is this an eclipse? A solar event? A new kind of atmospheric trick? But scientists know. And soon, so does the world. The news breaks across every screen still powered. Breaking, solar observatories confirm total loss of sunlight. Experts warn, solar gravity missing, Earth now on unstable trajectory. Governments declare states of emergency. Airports ground all flights. Markets close. Schools dismiss early. But more than fear, a strange calm settles too. Because this is not fire raining from the sky. Not an explosion. Not war. Not violence. It is silence. A cosmic pause. A star has vanished. And we are left behind. Earth set adrift, the Earth, once a tethered dancer, is now set loose. Until this moment, our planet orbited the Sun in a gentle ellipse. Its gravity a leash pulling us into a perfect, elegant circle. But now that leash has snapped. Gravity travels at the speed of light. And so, just like the sunlight, Earth's connection to the Sun has ended. We are no longer orbiting. We are drifting, moving in a straight line tangential to our former path, at a steady 30 kilometers per second. We are a marble shot from a slingshot, a traveler without a center. It won't be obvious at first. We won't feel the motion. But slowly, subtly, Earth will begin to curve away from where the Sun once was. And this motion will shape everything that comes next. Temperature and light, the slow fade, the moment the sunlight stops. The Earth begins to cool. But space is vast. And our atmosphere, oceans, and crust hold enormous thermal memory. That means the change is not instant. In the first 24 hours, temperatures begin to fall by just a few degrees. After 7 days, the average temperature drops to -17 degrees Celsius 1 degree Fahrenheit. Within a year, it plunges below -73 degrees Celsius -100 degrees Fahrenheit. But this descent is not linear. It slows, then speeds, then levels again. Heat escapes to space gradually. The oceans hold warmth like a sponge. Soil insulates. Buildings buffer. And deep underground, life remains unchanged. For now. Still, the signs are everywhere. Frost creeps into windows in places that once knew sun-drenched summers. Tropical forests begin to wilt. Rivers mist with sudden cold. And the great machines of the modern world. Power grids, data centers, satellites begin to strain under new, unfamiliar conditions. The solar system unbinds beyond Earth, the solar system unravels. Mercury and Venus, closest to the vanished Sun, are already on wild trajectories. Mars begins to drift on its own, slowly veering off into the dark. The gas giants, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, continue on for now, but they too will eventually diverge from their paths. The asteroid belt becomes a storm. The Kuiper belt, once full of icy debris, begins to scatter. Everything once held in balance by the sun's gravity now floats freely, dangerously, alone. Moons, once loyal to their planets, may be pulled away, or collide, or spin into the black. It is a cosmic ballet turned to chaos. A slow-motion explosion of orbit and matter. Firelight and fading hope. On Earth, humans do what they do best. Adapt. People turn to fire, to geothermal energy, to the warmth that still comes from within the Earth itself. Nuclear reactors become more precious than gold. Farms are abandoned as photosynthesis halts. But underground, in bunkers and caverns, life continues. LEDs powered by fusion. Hydroponic gardens lit by artificial sunlight. Breathable air circulated carefully. Heat drawn from beneath the crust. In the great cities, though, the cold begins to win. Glass cracks. Pipes burst. Engines fail. But deep below, in insulated labs, scientists and engineers work furiously, designing the future. Because even in the dark, hope flickers. And in some minds, a new thought forms. If we cannot find our sun, perhaps we can find another. Biological impacts, the fragility of light, plants perish first. Without the sun, photosynthesis ends. Within days, leaves yellow and fall. Grass is brown. Forests fall still. Oxygen levels begin to fall slowly. But more pressing is the collapse of the food chain. Herbivores starve. Carnivores follow. Microorganisms, fungi, and bacteria begin to recycle organic material. But without warmth, their process is slow. Human food stores are rationed. Algae farms, lab-grown meat, and synthetic nutrition are scaled. But a strange silence begins to settle in. No birdsong. No insect hum. Just the cold, the wind, and the stars. Darkness has become the new daylight. And with each passing hour, Earth exhales its warmth. Slowly, steadily, into the void. There is no sunrise. No soft warmth rising over hills. Only starlight now. Cold, ancient, beautiful, but distant and indifferent. It is the beginning of the long freeze. A chapter in Earth's history, where the warmth of the past fades into memory, and cold becomes the author of what's left. Week 1, the chill sets in. 7 days have passed since the sun vanished. The world is colder now, noticeably. Average global temperatures have dropped to around -17 degrees Celsius, 1 degree Fahrenheit. Tropical regions begin to feel like autumn. Temperate zones freeze overnight. Polar regions, once icy, now scream with cutting wind. Cities begin to adapt. Windows sealed with foam and layered plastic. Walls lined with thermal blankets. Generators rumble endlessly. Fires burn in every shelter, tent, basement. But outside, snow begins to fall. In places that haven't seen it in centuries. The oceans still resist, holding their warmth like memory. But the air above them cools quickly, sending storms and squalls across the empty coastlines. Rain becomes sleet. Sleet becomes snow. And snow becomes silence. 1 month, a planet changed. By now, temperatures have plunged across the globe. Even the equator sits below freezing. Surface water begins to ice over. Lakes shrink into thick slabs of glacial glass. Rivers slow, slush, and harden. Ocean surfaces frost along the poles. Still, the depths remain liquid. For now. Why? Because of Earth's inner heat. A gentle warmth rising from the mantle and core, carried upward through the crust, and into the base of the oceans. Geothermal activity doesn't care about the sun. It continues, quietly and faithfully. And in the deepest trenches, near hydrothermal vents and volcanic ridges, life goes on, blind, strange, alien life. Thriving in the dark, as it always has. Somewhere beneath the Antarctic ice, a shrimp drifts past a bubbling vent, unaware that the surface world is freezing. 1 year, a new ice age. Now Earth is no longer a blue marble. It is white. The average global temperature has dropped to -73 degrees Celsius, -100 degrees Fahrenheit. Even in underground bunkers, heat must be rationed carefully. The oceans have frozen at the surface, forming ice sheets dozens of meters thick in some places. But beneath them, below the ice crust, liquid water remains. The deep oceans are slow to freeze. Water is an excellent insulator, and the radioactive decay of elements deep inside the Earth still generates heat, slowly but constantly. So even as the land becomes inhospitable, The ocean floors remain Earth's last cradle. Submarines, research vessels, and geothermal labs now house the last flickers of science. Here, humanity studies the deep sea not for curiosity, but for survival. Some dream of subterranean cities, heated by the mantle's warmth, powered by fusion and hope. Others look outward, to Mars, to Europa, to stars yet unseen, searching for a future beyond this frozen home. The sky without the sun, without the sun's ultraviolet rays. The chemistry of the atmosphere begins to shift. Ozone production halts. Jet streams falter. Cloud formation dwindles. Global wind patterns flatten. Auroras vanish. Thunderstorms fade. The dance of weather stills into a quiet shiver. And without solar radiation, Earth's magnetic shield, though still intact, now guards a world with little left to protect. The sky at noon is identical to midnight. Black, star-flecked, silent. Only the motion of the stars and the occasional slow blink of a distant satellite remind us that the planet still turns. Collapse of ecosystems, life on the surface is gone, or nearly. Trees, without sunlight, have died. Fields lie empty, brittle, dusted with frost. Forests have become sculptures of ice and stillness. Animal life has largely vanished. Even the most adaptable species, rats, crows, insects, have succumbed to starvation and cold. Only extremophiles remain. Bacteria living in ice. Worms clinging to hydrothermal vents. Microbes surviving in radioactive zones underground. The biosphere has collapsed. But humanity, stubborn and clever, clings on. In domed cities powered by fusion reactors, lit with artificial sun, humans farm hydroponic lettuce, engineer protein-rich algae, raise biocultured meat in nutrient labs. It's not a feast, but it is life. Light replaced, the need for light goes beyond food. It's psychological, too. The absence of daylight begins to affect mental health. Sleep cycles distort. Depression increases. Circadian rhythms vanish. To combat this, survivors install full-spectrum artificial lighting, mimicking sunrise and sunset. Some create digital skies in underground chambers. LED ceilings that slowly brighten and fade, programmed with the memory of the sun. It's not the same, but it's something. And over time, people begin to adjust. They build rituals around these artificial dawns. Children are born who have never seen the real sun, but speak of it in songs, as if it were a myth. Above Earth, the satellites fade, high above the frozen Earth. Satellites begin to die. Most are solar-powered, and with no sunlight, their batteries deplete. The International Space Station goes dark. Its modules cooling until even metal shivers. No rescue mission is sent. No final message. It becomes a tomb orbiting a lost world. Telecommunication arrays blink out one by one. GPS fails. Timekeeping drifts. But not all is lost. A few nuclear-powered probes, like the ancient Voyager spacecraft, still whisper from the edges of the solar system. Their signals are faint, but steady. They speak not of survival, but of legacy, of where we came from. A world sleeping in ice, now we pause once more. In this vast, hushed, and frozen world. You walk through snowdrifts deeper than rooftops. Beneath your feet, oceans still churn beneath the ice. And above you, the stars glow brighter than they ever have. You are not afraid. You are curious. In the deep stillness of a sunless earth, life has not vanished. It has simply changed. Adaptation is humanity's oldest story. We crossed deserts, survived ice ages, sailed oceans, split atoms, bunkers, domes, and cities beneath, as the surface freezes solid. Humanity retreats inward. Bunkers deep underground. Domed cities in volcanic zones. Suboceanic habitats near geothermal vents. Wherever Earth still breathes warmth, humans gather. These settlements are not science fiction dreams. They are practical, pressurized, and small. Designed to retain heat and recycle air. Walls are insulated with reflective material. Floors are heated from geothermal pipes. Light is artificial, soft and sun-colored. Inside, people farm in vertical towers, using hydroponics and aquaponics. Fish, plants, bacteria, everything cycles. Waste becomes resource, energy becomes food. Every calorie counts. Every drop of water is filtered, used, reused. The outside world is a graveyard of glass and steel. But beneath the crust, life pulses, dim but unyielding. Powering the future, without sunlight. Solar panels are useless. Fossil fuels, frozen and finite, fade quickly. Wind turbines still function, barely, but air currents weaken. So humanity turns to nuclear and geothermal power. Fission reactors fuel isolated communities. Fusion prototypes begin to run, at last. Magma-powered generators tap Earth's fiery blood. Energy is precious. Every watt is measured. But it is enough. Some bunkers still hum with warmth. Some domes still flicker with artificial day. And in these rare places, children are born into a world where light is a memory and survival is a craft. Food without the sun, in a world without photosynthesis. Nature's menu has changed. Algae tanks provide protein and vitamins. Fungi farms grow in darkness, feeding off waste. Lab-grown meat is cultivated in sterile bioreactors. Yeast and bacterial cultures produce sugars and nutrients. There are no bananas, no strawberries. No golden cornfields waving in the breeze. Instead, slurries of microalgae, mushroom loaves, protein paste shaped into something vaguely familiar. It is not indulgent, but it is sustaining. And sometimes, artisans grow herbs under LEDs, bake soft bread, brew tea from carefully hoarded leaves. These are luxuries now. Rituals of memory. Civilization, miniaturized, in the Great Freeze, every structure shrinks. Libraries become hard drives. Museums are virtual. Art lives on walls and tablets, glowing with old warmth. Governments become councils, often shared between domes. Currency is replaced by barter, reputation, and stored energy. The global internet is gone, but local networks thrive. Wireless hubs connect shelter to shelter. People still write, code, record, sing. Culture, condensed but alive. The stars may have stolen our sky, but not our stories. Breaking the orbit when the sun disappeared. Its gravitational pull vanished with it. And so, Earth obeyed the laws of motion. Once held in a graceful ellipse, our planet now flies forward on a straight line trajectory. A cosmic marble flung through space at 30 kilometers per second, or about 108,000 kilometers per hour. That motion doesn't stop. It doesn't curve. It doesn't slow. There is no friction in space. Earth is now a rogue planet, one of perhaps billions, that travel without a sun. And it is still spinning, still carrying its atmosphere, its magnetic field, and its frozen oceans into interstellar space as it leaves its former solar system. Earth passes the orbits of the gas giants. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Now dim ghosts behind. The Kuiper Belt, a band of icy bodies beyond Neptune, grow sparse and silent. Then, Earth crosses into the Oort cloud, a vast halo of icy comets, stretching a light year from where the sun once shone. Here, gravity barely whispers. The stars grow more distant. The background radiation, the ancient glow of the Big Bang, becomes our new cosmic horizon. This is interstellar space. And Earth is alone. Galactic drift. Earth now drifts through the Milky Way galaxy, a sprawling spiral of 400 billion stars. Every so often, it passes near a dim brown dwarf, barely glowing. A distant red dwarf, warm but unreachable. Ancient planetary debris, drifting for eons. From time to time, Earth enters dust clouds or cosmic filaments, where starlight dims, and the stars appear to blink out one by one. But Earth keeps going. In silence. In shadow. Around it, the stars swirl. Slowly, gracefully. And yet, the planet keeps moving forward. Encounters in the dark, though space is vast and empty. Rogue Earth is not without visitors. Over centuries, Earth may pass near. Other rogue planets, lonely travelers like itself. Extinct comet cores, ancient and silent. Passing radiation waves, leftovers from supernovae. Or even the distant gravity wells of black holes, bending starlight like mirrors. Sometimes, these events stir the outer crust. They disturb Earth's orbit slightly. They might even send ripples through its magnetic field. But nothing can stop Earth now. It sails on, untouched. A sealed capsule, carrying life and memory. Beacons to the stars, back in the bunkers and domes. Humanity is not idle. We still look outward. Still send messages. From geothermal-powered transmitters. We launch radio beacons into space. Binary-coded signals. Mathematical patterns. Ancient languages. Coordinates of Earth's last known star. They repeat endlessly, looping across frequencies. They say, "We are here. We are alive. Come find us." Some hope the signals reach another civilization. Some hope they never do. But they are sent. Faithfully. Like prayers cast into the dark. The changing Earth, over thousands of years, Earth changes. Not through seasons, but through deep geological time. Continents drift. Mountains rise, then erode. Volcanic islands are born beneath the ice. Craters form from passing debris. But inside, life evolves. In the warmth of deep oceans, bacteria become colonies. Colonies become ecosystems. Artificial habitats grow too. New domes. Expanded tunnels. Cities lit by simulated suns. The human genome shifts. We adapt to low light, low energy environments. Our metabolism slow. Our senses change. We become a new species. Not Homo sapiens, but Homo noctis. The people of the night. Centuries pass. Then millennia. Surface ruins lie buried under kilometers of ice. Old satellites orbit silently. But underground, civilization continues. Every generation passes down stories of the sun. Glowing ball of fire in the sky. Seasons of green and gold. Blue oceans, white clouds. To children, these are like myths. As distant as dragons or gods. But to the elders, they are memories. In sacred halls, archives preserve videos of daylight. The laughter of people on sunlit beaches. The warmth of real shadows. One day, the people say, "We may find another sun." And begin again, and so you rest. Rocked gently by the turning of Earth. Carried through space on a path of shadow. Outside, the stars shimmer. Cold and timeless. Inside, your body is warm. Your breath is steady. Your thoughts, gentle. You are a passenger on a sleeping world. A dreamer in the dark. And the story you're part of is still unfolding. Close your eyes. Let the hum of Earth's core soothe you. Let starlight cradle your thoughts. In the next part of our journey, a new chapter begins. Of science, exploration, and the dream of finding light once more. You are not lost. You are adrift, and you are not alone. Good night and respect life.